Does running make you feel alone? Is it isolating? Is that kind of the point? So as you know, and as I've said, I've been on this whole running journey for over 300 days. And in that time, I've done the majority of my runs alone. I've gotten up early. I've run the park. I see the same people over and over again, but it's by myself. No running club, no true training partner, just me, the road or the sidewalk, and whatever is going through my head. And I want to be real with you guys. There are days where it genuinely feels lonely, like actually lonely. And I don't think enough people talk about that. Here's the thing about running. It's marketed as this big community sport. You've got running clubs that have popped up a dime a dozen, probably in your city. You've got races with thousands and thousands of people, running groups all over social media. And don't get me wrong, all of that stuff is real. I love seeing that side of it. But day to day, for most of us, it's just you. You wake up, you lace up, and you go. At 6 a.m., in the rain, in the cold, maybe on ice if you're Canadian, and nobody cares except you. And I think there's a version of this that nobody really tells you about when you first start running. When I first started running, I expected it to feel social. I would scroll on Instagram and I would see people doing all their runs, part of social groups, their track workouts together. And I figured at some point I'd find my people. And don't get me wrong, I've been invited, but I haven't taken part in it. And so here's what happens when you're a beginner runner. And as you know, I'm still a beginner. You feel you're not running fast enough for the clubs yet. You're not signed up for races yet. Or maybe you are, but you don't feel like you deserve to be there. You're just out there alone. And the loneliness isn't just physical. There's no one to push you when you feel like quitting at kilometer 4. There's no one to celebrate a win with. You run your first 5K straight through without stopping. You come home buzzing and you're like, I just did it. I ran the whole thing. And people are like, cool, what's for dinner? Like really nobody gets it unless they run. And that is a specific kind of lonely. And I think a lot of you watching this right now know exactly what I'm talking about. Now I want to get specific. Now the moment that hits hardest aren't necessarily what you expect. It's actually not the long runs. Weirdly, when you're putting in 15, 18, 20K, you get into this zone. The loneliness kind of disappears. You're in your own world and it's almost peaceful. The moments that genuinely feel the most isolating, the bad runs. When your legs feel like concrete after kilometer 3, when your breathing is all off, when everything just sucks and you don't know why, and there's no one there to say, yeah, this one's rough for me too. You just have to sit with it by yourself. Or finishing a race when there's nobody there. You cross a finish line, you just stand there looking around and you're thinking, okay, cool, that just happened. Don't get me wrong, you're proud, genuinely proud. But in that moment, I'm sure it stings. But here's where it gets interesting, and honestly, the whole reason I made this video. Every single one of those moments I just described, the bad runs you sit through it alone, the wins nobody witnesses, the finish lines you cross by yourselves, that is the whole point. What running alone teaches you, and I say this as someone who is still figuring it all out, is that you can trust yourself. Like fully trust yourself. When there's no one to push you and you still go. When there's no one to celebrate you and you still run hard. That's not loneliness anymore. That's independence. And I genuinely didn't understand that before I started running. And the crazy thing, the more comfortable you get running alone, the more you stop needing that extra validation in the rest of your life, which is wild. I'm not saying running groups are bad. Find your people, but don't run away. No pun intended from the solo kilometer or kilometers because they feel hard or lonely. Those are the kilometers that are building you in ways you won't even see until later. So to answer the question I started with, does running make you feel alone? Yeah, sometimes it absolutely does. Is it isolating? It can be, but is that actually the whole point? I think it might be, and I wouldn't trade a single kilometer of it. So drop in the comments, do you run alone? Do you run with people? Do you have a running group? And if you run solo, has it ever hit you the way I described? Let me know if you guys have those same feelings because I'm genuinely curious. So if you made it this far, thank you very much. Make sure you keep it locked to JB Running. Click that like button, click that subscribe button, do all that other jazz because it really helps the channel. I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.